Welcome! Valhalla, you know him! You love him! Give it up for the mad Dr. Adega Outlaw! Light the fires for Stone Loki! Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Seven Kinds of Mischief! Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Seven Kinds of Mischief with the Mad Dr. Adega Outlaw. Good evening. Valhalla's resident evil doctor, Adega Outlaw. The Mad Doctor. Oh man, I was playing through Mass Effect 2 and 3 the other day. I was like, damn, Adega's Morden Solus. Yes, must help the population. And the way he talks, the way he says stuff is just, it's like, you know, Assistant Campbell must go and do this. Yes. Good kid. Very brash, but good kid. Lots to learn. We'll do good in clinic. And then you're like, oh my God.
I could do it. I need a little bit of script. Get something I can't do off the cuff like other people we know here in Valhalla. But yeah, I have fun.
And it's funny because if you have a relationship with this certain alien, he's like Shepard, created cream so you don't itch if you have relations with blah blah blah, and you're like, what the hell are you take precaution, use this, and you're like, holy shit, it's a Adega. Oh my God.
You're gonna make me want to play that game. No, the reason why the games came up, this is why we're late too, is I got Loki talking about video games, and I should know better. I know the little buttons to push on him, which will get him on a roll. We can start talking Lord of the Rings, video games, music, especially vinyl. Yeah, those little topics will really get him going.
Ooh! Did you see the vinyl I got coming? Did you see the vinyl I got coming? What we looked at Monday?
Didn't see it, but I heard about it.
Okay, so check this out. Let me.
I told you.
Let me see. Blizzard store. Where's the store? This will be here Saturday. I found out.
You hear it in his voice. Saturday. You can't wait. It's like Christmas for him.
Shop. We got to go to the shop. That's not what I want. I want like the shop where we can buy more. That is not what I want. Hold on. Let's see.
While we're waiting, hey Dave, Bob.
Vinyl.
Our hearts go out for you.
Good evening. Good evening, Dave, Bob. It's good to see you, brother.
Lady Mist, always wonderful to see you. Hey, Pat, the lovely Sherry's here. As Loki would say, the wrench of wrenches, Chris Persia. Psycho Dwarf 9 is here. Hey,
right.
Claude Santley, I know, I'm sorry. Penny. Who else do we have? Apollome's here. Good evening. Look at that.
All right.
Wow.
Why did that make it that big? That's not what I was trying to do. I wanted to do that. There we go. Okay. Yeah, check that out.
Oh, yeah.
So
Blood
three
red.
different. You got the blood red, and you've got like a one that's like a little. It's got a little bit of purple in it, and then you've got the orange. And this is on sale right now. You get $50 off almost. It comes with a dice and authenticity thing. You get a
I remember you talking
special
about that.
vinyl cover record thing that is
Oh,
in the shape of Diablo. Your special stuff, you get a patch and your certificate. But
I
that's the
think you
whole
talked about
thing.
that on Monday, but usually when you have your shows, I turn it on and I'm about doing other things in the morning to make sure my brain works.
So you get a pentagram coin, a collectible heraldic cube, pin, and miniature cinematic scroll, plus a bonus die cut picture disc.
Ah, are you gonna
3x.
open it?
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna play it. I love the music. Stay a while and listen. Oh yeah. So oh yeah. As soon as I Ashley got or Eris got the she got the collector's box set and I got the LP for Diablo 2.
Nice,
So we each got something
nice.
special when we got our Diablo 4 stuff.
I got the collectors for Elder Scrolls 4. I still have a septum and a map and a few things.
I've got the okay. I've got the
Here we go.
four vinyl LP for that. It's really nice.
That's a good soundtrack.
The Fallout 3 one though too is really nice. So I got that one too. And they're both like big box sets like that Diablo set.
Wow.
So
My favorite so far of the Elder Scrolls though was Morrowind. I like that album. But anyway,
probably the last one, Skyrim. But just because it was like really Viking almost.
oh right.
And hello, Apollomy. Hello, Psychodorf 9. Psychodorf 9. Hello, Grim, Chris Persia, Lady Mist. Good evening, everybody. Lovely Sherry. Dave, Bob, you guys should be getting some flowers from us tomorrow. There should be something there. So we love you guys. We love you guys. I absolutely love you. I'm so sorry that this happened. Penny, it's good to see you, Penny. Claude Sailing, good to see you. Pat S. So many cool people. So many great people are here tonight. Grim. So, June Wong, what is up, June Wong? Good to see everybody here. So, Dave Bob's probably sitting there going, I don't need people making a fuss. Well, we love you. We love you guys.
Yeah,
So,
it's too bad. We're gonna make a fuss anyway,
that's right.
especially when we've been there.
Because I say the same shit. I don't need nobody making fuss over me. Shit happens. So.
But I'm with you. Even before we met, I told my wife, when it comes to me, just find any lake that they allow it, and you launch the little boat and set it alight.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. Let's find a little lake and put my ashes in a boat and light that sumbitch on fire and push it out in the lake.
Yep. I'd have one of my kids shoot an arrow at it, but still.
I can get a PS5 and some games. Apollo me. Check it out. I can't wait till I get home to get a PS5 and some games. Check out Diablo. Diablo 4 has been great. So Mark made it. What is up, Mark? The Mad Wrench of Valhalla. He is angry, ladies and gentlemen. He's so very angry. And he made it. He made it tonight. Congratulations,
So angry
Mark.
it makes him tired.
That's
Hello,
right.
Leah Rose.
Hello, Leia Rose. The lovely Leia Rose is here. Good evening.
Well, if you don't mind me getting started.
Oh, yeah. Let's get started.
I have unfortunate news. I have been talking and warning you guys, and I'm going to bring a little bit of the receipts. The other half of the receipts I will never show you for reasons which will be made known later on. And if you wanted them, you can go find them yourself. But I have talked to you about the Thule religion, the Vril Society, the World War II group of crooked crosses and how that continues to our day? Well, I'm going to be a little brief, but there is, and you guys know this, especially if you try and follow the news and you've seen the news reports or you've probably seen different, whether on Facebook or Twitter, or various ones where they take all the different news channels on different networks and they'll play them side by side at the same time, and they're all saying the exact same words.
Yes.
Because the media is controlled. In the West, it's absolutely controlled. All the industrialized nations, to one degree or another, are controlled. And you're being fed lies. And the people flying the Ukraine flag have no idea, for the most part, what they are doing. But in reality, there are people in control in our government that are very, very bad and are still part of the group of crooked crosses. And I am going to show you proof of it tonight, that Ukraine is not what it was meant to be, or what it is ever since 2014, when we toppled the rightful government. The CIA went in there and screwed it up and put in a proxy government to keep aggravating the Russians. So let's start taking a look at some of these pictures. Now I'm going to show you, these things are, some of them are taken by the conquering Russian army, where they capture flags of the enemy, where you can see that is the Ukrainian flag with a little extra decoration on it. There are more. Let's go ahead and go to the next one.
Okay, hold on.
I'll explain them as we go along.
I'm working on it.
Yeah, the CIA needs to be defunded, and an awful lot of those people need to be behind bars for life, Dave Bob. You know this as well as I do. It is an evil organization.
Now,
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, I did a little homework before we decided to do this stream. There are multiple news outlets that are saying the exact same thing, and that is, well, these are real pictures, but they're taken out of context. They've all keep saying they've been taken out of context. These are all taken out of context. All these photos, all these pictures that are being taken in Ukraine are being taken out of context.
Well, if you notice, there is a UN flag right next to the Azor flag, which is think of them as a version of the SS military group inside Ukraine. And then we all know the famous crooked cross at the very end. And the faces are blocked out for various different reasons. But there is a habit of the Americans, and actually the UN, any of the, what you would call the previous allies, of when our media gets in there, they put people to task. There's one of these images I wanted to show you. Let's see if he gets this.
Working on getting the next one pulled up.
Yeah, it's the one that has the circle and the question mark little ones.
Oh, okay.
That one's fine. One's fine. That's just another.
Here.
Yep, there we go.
There you go.
You see that little badge? That's another one of those Azor battalion. But for the cameras, they have a little thing where they can cover them up or take them off. So you don't see who these people really are for the American or British or Western media. You don't know, but that's what that is. And we have one.
The little cover patch.
Yep. That's so you can't see his unit. That is an existing helmet that we help pay for with our billions of dollars, and our government, along with other governments around the world, say they're fighting the Russians, but instead they're doing some pretty horrible things. I told you about the Vril Society. Those of you who went back and looked at it or got some of the hints that I had talked about of what these group of people normally do. There was a reason why so many people had died during World War II, needlessly executed. And for those of you who think it doesn't continue, it does, because I have seen it. If you really want to see it, you can. There are journalists that are bringing this information out, and they're being hid very quickly and very aggressively, but you can still find it. I have seen hospitals, so-called hospitals in Ukraine, where they're bringing in their own people and harvesting them for all kinds of different things. I have seen taped children for sale. I have seen let's just say it's as bad as you think it could be. And our tax dollars are paying for involuntary organ harvesting, child sex trafficking. You guys have probably seen this new Mel Gibson thing where he's going there to expose all of this. When it comes to community, when it comes to Constitution, when it comes to standing on what is the right side, make sure you do your homework. Because if you trust our major news sources, you are trusting a lie. I've been quite sickened to hear of how much they're paying doctors, our tax money going to pay, not doctors per se, but butchers who will take specific orders off of people who could survive but aren't given the chance and are treated like crops. So the Vril Society continues. Their experiments and their use of flesh continues. Oh, I'm sorry, but you guys need to be aware. I need to be awake. But we'll leave it at that.
Well, there's
It was hard week. It was a hard week.
There's this push in the media that we and this crazy term, we are going to win this, and that's obviously not what any of the actual strategists are showing. This is a giant boondoggle of epic proportions. We're throwing money at it like money's going to fix something.
Most of the money isn't going to win a war that should not be fought. It's going to hide the bio labs. It's going to pay the people who are... There is a whole military unit of Ukrainian soldiers that is now gone because their parts have been sold for various different reasons, whether it's for experimentation or to be implanted, even cosmetically. I have seen, I'm going to get gross here and I'm very sorry, but there are certain aesthetics that people want. And say a woman has had several children but still wants to look like a movie star and will have some other woman's nipples harvested because they're still pink and small. Yeah, I've seen this. That's what our money's going for. It's not going to win a war. It's going to pay for these parts and pieces and to hide the crimes. I dedicated my life to help people. I have saved lives. I have put my life on the line to save one woman from being stabbed to death. I have others from being abused, and even in my own clinic, saving children and elderly people from disease and different things. And I see this where they just don't even care about human life. I cannot tell you how disappointed and angry I have been over the past, 10, 12 days of seeing some of this stuff. But it reminds me of the time Loki and I, it was one of the first big interviews. He pulled me aside and said, we're going to do this in short notice. If I can get 20 people to listen to this show, we're going to do it. And I didn't think he could. And we spent an hour and a half talking about how to uplift, how things can be good, way to look at life as better. And I'm sorry to hurt some of you people because of what I said. But maybe sometime soon I'll repeat and go over the things, because as dark as one side is, there is always an equal and opposite. And there are bright lights in this world. There are very beautiful things in this world. This darkness has its absolute opposite. And I feel we have that here. That our gathering, more often than not, is an attempt to try and bring in that bright light and to celebrate what is good. But I don't think being ignorant about the world is a good thing either. So anyway, yeah, it was, you go back in that interview he did of me was pretty fun. I didn't think we would do that, but you guys pulled it off. So anyway, I'm sorry to have to bring that up, but it's things, and I wasn't going to show you the images because they're there if you want them, but I would suggest that you turn away and don't. Just know that it's happening.
Larry Rose says, we need to know. Thank you, Adega and Loki. Psychodorf 9 says he wishes he disbelieved you. You know, there's a lot of stuff going on. We've got mandates in this country, social media censorship, alphabet companies, alphabet agencies raiding independent journalists, attacking political figures. We've got prisoners detained with no trial for years, detained with no trial. We've sent billions of dollars to Burisma and FTX in Ukraine. We've got someone in leadership that is anti-First Amendment. He's anti-Second Amendment. They want to take these things away. They're promoting the idea in media that, hey, you know what? Everything will be hunky and dory all around the world, and the world will be the safest place it ever has been if we just ban guns. If we ban guns and we get rid of guns, we can't sell a gun, can't own a gun, can't carry a gun. Everything will be safe. Everything will be perfect. Safest place on earth. Will be everywhere because nobody can own a firearm. That's not true. That is not true because your government can. And that's pretty much what goes on in China. And we all saw how well that turned out. When the military wants to completely stomp out any form of resistance, any form of freedom of speech, they just send in the military and the military deals with it. And their military has no second thoughts about opening fire on civilians and taking down civilians. They've done it before. It was called Tiananmen Square. They do not care. They will do it and they will not bat an eyelash and say, this is for the good of everyone. Deal with it.
No, Pat, that won't work. We don't divorce, we fight. We just have to fight it differently than we have in the past. And we'll win this. Brighter days are ahead. It may take a while, maybe more difficult than you anticipate, but we'll win.
So anyone, and right now, anyone that says that Ukraine is going to lose, they say is insisting on defending Putin's rhetoric. That's what they're saying right now. Oh, well, you must be, if you say that, then you're immediately an ally of the other side. If you speak up and you say you were being lied to, this is what's really going on, it's just like being called an Istina Obniati. You're immediately a Putin sympathizer. You're a Putin defender. When you're saying absolutely nothing of the kind.
No, but again, I have done this before, and again, I don't like the Russian form of government. I like ours when it's done correctly. But the history of the Russian people, when it came to those of the crooked crosses, was very, very dark and very painful. And they don't want it repeated again. And right now it's at their doorstep all over again. So I kind of don't blame them. I didn't even get into the child trafficking aspect, and that's what Mel Gibson's going there for. And they see that, and they don't want their neighbors to go through this. It's called gaslighting, where you have been gaslit to understand the world the way they want you to, not the way it really is.
Chris Persia said, everyone will be safe when guns are removed from the public. Look at Australia. It's illegal to defend yourself. And if you do, you end up incarcerated.
Yeah.
UK is the same way. Someone breaks into your home and you use too much force defending yourself, you go to jail and they can sue you and take everything you own. Even though they decided to break into your house, they decided to do something illegal. You were at fault. Imagine that. Imagine something like that happening here in the States. Imagine someone breaks into your house and attempts to do you harm, and you blast them because they are in your home and they are intending to do you harm. For whatever reason they came to your house, they now intend to do you harm, and you go to jail. You go to prison for the rest of your life because you defended yourself in your own home. That is what the castle laws are there to defend people and make sure that you don't get in trouble for defending yourself. Take that away. You take that simple rule away, and you can go to jail for defending yourself. You can go to jail for defending your family. When that shit starts, and that's what it's going to go to. That's what eventually it's going to be pushed to. That's the position we will be in. That's how much trouble we will be in. To the point where we can't even defend ourselves and we can't defend our family, which is a basic right here in the United States. You cannot do that to a certain degree in the UK. I'm pretty sure Australia is the same way.
So our challenge is to brighten things and reestablish what we had, because we're going to need to export the ideals of our Constitution to the world once again. It needs to all be reestablished. You could look at Canada, and things have really fallen there. The places that Loki had mentioned. Saw in France I think it was yesterday, or maybe it was this morning, where one of these political refugees, they say, went ballistic on children with a knife.
Well, it was French 24. It was the French news outlet 24. It's called French 24. That had the pictures, a lot of the pictures you had from Ukraine that you shared, along with a couple from a mall that they were saying, well, these pictures are authentic. However, they're not being shown in the correct context.
Right. Well,
You're
I saw
being
the
misled
video before it was erased.
Yeah, I saw the video from the mall. You have military soldiers, all in black. there is the crooked cross on the steps of the mall. And what they said was this was from January, and someone hacked the mall's projector for the stairs and put that picture in the hacked projector. After they hacked the mall's computer,
Right.
they hacked the mainframe of the mall's computer, hacking the mainframe, and replaced the image with that image. Because, yeah, that happened in January. So, it doesn't take a lot to look up and listen to the BS. You can look it up yourself. Just look up Yahtzee flag used in Ukraine, and you'll very quickly find a YouTube video. I might even be able to share it, because I was looking at it before the show started. So give me
Now we
just
got to
a
do
second.
an uplifting show again. This is hard. It has to be brought up. You guys can't be ignorant of these things, but I still want to do something that's bright. It won't be long before we do that again.
Oh, this is the one that's in Taiwan. Wow.
That's true, Pat. You're right. No, the shells are coming from our own soldiers. Yep. Hey, Bosch,
Shared
you missed
out
all the
of
fun.
context. This is it. Okay. So I found it. Give me just 1 second. I'm going to mute this, and I'll show you guys what I was talking about. So check this out. I'll share the link for this too, and you can, if you want to watch it, you can watch it yourself. This is from, like I said, Brant's 24. See the flag? Someone hacked the mall that this is in, and people are just walking around normally like nothing's going on. Someone hacked their projector in the mall. That is the excuse that is used in this video. So I'm not going to play this video because I guarantee they will copyright the shit out of me. But if you want to watch it, there you go. It's in chat. You can see, you know what that is, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that flag is that is in the shape of it. Yes. So a lot more pictures. Look, this is at their headquarters. Right?
Yep.
Oh, look, there it is again. These are all out of context, though. They're all out of context. They're all shared out of context. It's all a lie. It's shared out of context. Oh, look. Shared out of context. Not real. Not true. Shared out of context. Shared out of context. Yeah. What's the excuse for people at soccer events or in schools pre-crisis that were saluting in very 1938 manner? Out of context.
All right, I'm spent. At least on my subject.
Well, I kind of shared that with you. I mean, I don't even know what to do now. I don't want to just read a. I'm sure shit not gonna read a creepy pasta story after that.
No, we went pretty creepy, and I barely touched the macabre things that are going on there. Again, you think of what happened in World War II, It's going over all over again.
You know what? I should be amazed that, because I was reading, I think it was Time. I'm not sure if it was Time. God help me. I should keep better track of this stuff. I should bookmark this stuff. I really should. But the article I was reading yesterday was, when are the facts going to arrive? The American people have been misled. They've been told, put your blue and yellow flags up. We're going to win. This is our win. We pulled out of Saudi Arabia. We pulled out of Iraq. We pulled out of Afghanistan so we could do this and pay for this because we weren't going to be able to pay. This is why Joe and the rest of his staff pulled everybody out so fast. It was like, hey, we got to go, and we got to go yesterday, and we're going to have to go. So everybody go now. Bring everything back now. This is why, because all this was being set up to happen. And now we're here.
Man.
I'm tired of being lied to. I'm tired of being lied to. I'm tired of the press lying to us. I'm tired of our politicians lying to us. It seems like when you get down to the nitty gritty, there was an interview with the general for our armed forces that said they don't have any way to push back. They have no way to push back. We've given them all this money. We've given them this technology. They have been keeping the same people at the front so they can train people on tanks. But those aren't going to last. Those aren't going to last all of 5 minutes. This is not something that is sustainable. This is not us. This is not us going in and doing a job. This is us throwing money at a problem that is never going to be fixed. Ever.
Right.
June Wong says, I'm so furious at all the lies that I'm completely exhausted. And maybe that's what they want. They want to exhaust you to the point that you're just, because that's what a lot of this has felt like.
That's the nice thing about independent journalists and how they're starting to catch hold. You can see Tucker Carlson with the millions upon millions of views where he's already beating most of the major networks in one little clip than they do all day. Pay attention, and the information is getting out. The hearts are changing. We're going to win this. It may take some time. I know you're exhausted, June Wong, and I know you're not here in the States where Loki and I are. But it's turning around. And hey, PJ, hope you're doing good.
PJ, Arlena, good to see you both. Boosh, what is up, Boosh? Good to see you. Good to see you guys. Sad when that evil is being supported by countries who are. I don't know if you, yeah. Stand for freedom. Yeah. Chris Persia says, I did my best to fill in for Mark the Infinitely Tired. Arwen told me to chonk it. Guys, thank you. Thank you so much for being here and hanging out with us tonight. I know it was a little different than what we normally do. It was a little different kind of show, but we really do appreciate it. And me and Adega love doing these shows. So freedom, yeah, right there. It's what we want. That's what this is all supposed to be about, right?
Yep.
So why are we not seeing that? Why are we seeing more restrictions? Why are we seeing the press just going along with all this bullshit? Why do we see people just selling out and not doing what they're supposed to do, not doing their jobs? Why do we see alphabet agencies rating independent journalists that brave tell the truth, that dare to tell the truth? They're being rated. We've got people being put in prisons that have not been sent to trial, that have not been tried, and they're just held there without bail, without bond, because they said so. Well, we're going to do it, and that's what we're going to do, and they just do it. Billions of dollars being sent to other countries, have no idea what it's being used for, where the money goes, and we're being told we need to be silent. We need to be quiet. We don't need to be talking about this. We don't need to be making waves, and we sure as shit don't need to own any kind of gun. And this is what we're being sold. Chris Berger says, Loki, because the government is selling us supposed safety for our personal freedom.
Yeah, but I ain't buying. And I'm making sure everybody that knows me knows I ain't buying, and inviting everyone else to come along.
New World Order agenda.
It ain't happening. They're trying. They're getting desperate.
One day, more of this is going to come to light. Just like certain people going after other political parties, other political threats. Things were just now being proven as false, but we were told for years our facts, hard, undeniable facts. They had evidence, they had proof, and they didn't have anything. It was just more and more bullshit to try and sell you on the idea that their way was the better way. Instead of make this place great again, it was the BBB and bullshit.
Be afraid of the climate because it's going to be another ice age. It's going to be acid rain. It's going to be global warming. Oh, it's just climate change. It's going to be climate change. It's the neighbors to the north, the neighbors to the south. It's the war across the seas. And don't look at what we're doing in our own backyard with selling out to other countries and shuffling money here and there and having
children going missing.
Oh,
every day.
Don't get me started. 85,000 children that came up across the border. Why do you think they have the border open? 85,000 have disappeared. Children. And you guys know where they're going. I know where they're going. I've seen the VATs. Anyway. Yeah, we got to do a bright one sometime.
Yes. Yes. Next time, guys, we'll do a little bit of a brighter show. Thank you all so very much for being here. Thank you all for joining us tonight. Big thank you to Adega for coming on and co-hosting with me every single Thursday. Thank you so very much, my friend. We will be back. We will be back next week. I don't know about the week after that, guys, because that is moving week. We will see how much trouble I can get into moving boxes back and forth. I know that 24/7 is going to help me either that Wednesday or Thursday, help me drive boxes back and forth so that
break anything.
That next day, as soon as the show is over, and I might not do a show, I might do a replay. We might put up a best of. I don't know yet. I haven't decided. But
you know I can go to bed real early and coordinate with Mike, and maybe we could figure something out.
That would be insane. So it might be Adega, Mike, and Arwen. I don't know. We'll have to see.
Let's see if Zero is up for it.
But that Friday, it may happen, it may not happen. I don't know, but we'll see. Hopefully we can get a show. Hopefully I can get one last show in here and that'll be the last show here. And then I'll do that show that morning. I know they're going to be here at 9 o'clock. So, you buying pizza from Grimaldi's? Yes, I am. I am buying pizza from Grimaldi's. So I'm buying pizza moving day. Yes, we're getting pizzas from Grimaldi's. So, it's worth it. I don't care if it's $30 a pizza or not. It's totally worth it. Well, it is, man.
Coming from you.
It is. God, that is so good. It's not greasy. It's not fatty. It's just, good. And like Mike says, it's almost like having a vegetable on a really thin crust. It's a coal oven. Houston is 9 hours. Well, we'll have a place you can stay if you come. So it's just going to be crazy tight until we move. So
I would have told my son to help you, but he moved to Cincinnati, so he's no longer your neighbor.
There you go. Oh shit! It'll be good though. I got to share pictures with you. I got to share pictures with you. So we're going to get out of here, and I'm going to share pictures with the Adega guys. Take care. Be excellent to each other. Always speak friend to enter. We'll see you guys on the next 7 Kinds of Mischief. Take care, everybody.
See ya.
These videos are tremendous. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hammer that notification bell.